Right. So we've already had a word picture, but we sat in traffic for the last 20 minutes.
Yep.
So it's progress, hesitancy, normal road positioning.
Okay.
I have set myself up. I have done my mirrors, and you've
Yep.
already asked me all the questions on there.
Excellent.
So, and you have actually asked me what I know about progress, hesitancy, and normal road positioning.
Yep.
So if we go from there, yeah.
Okay.
But we've had 20 minutes sitting in traffic, so
Yep.
there was no point in letting the video run.
Okay.
So we're going to turn right at the junction ahead.
So we're going to turn right at the junction ahead, Tony.
Quite happy with me driving down the middle of the road here.
Are we in roll? I was
Yeah.
thought we were going to another destination.
No, we're in roll.
Okay, so what's your?
No, come on, get me safe first, yeah?
Okay, so just steer towards me, Tony,
Alright.
and straighten up. Okay.
Right, so come at me now, and what's my position for normal driving?
What's your position for normal driving, Tony?
Middle of my lane.
Okay, and how would you judge that, Tony?
Oh, I just know it.
Okay. What would be the how would you judge it? What would be the consequence of driving too far on the right, Tony?
Oh, I'm not too sure.
Okay, the consequence of driving too far on the right, Tony, would be you're potentially going to hit an oncoming vehicle from the opposite direction.
Alright,
So it's important that we get our road positioning correct.
Alright.
One of the ways to get your positioning correct, Tony, is
Where marks on the road, the tram lines?
I forgot the technical. Okay, so it's the tram lines in the road, Tony. It's the dark bits on either side of the road.
Alright,
And the lights part through the middle of the road, so you can make sure that your wheels are in.
I never find they work for me because I haven't got them where I live. We've got all the roads have been re-tarmacked.
Okay. Another way to identify to make sure you're driving in the
Keep going.
correct.
Yeah.
To make sure you're laning. Oh God, I'm all over the place. So another way to make sure that you're in the correct position would be, which is what you told me last time and I forgot.
Yeah.
What would it be, Tony? Hint, hint.
Look well ahead.
Okay, so
Look well ahead where you want the car to go. Your hands should follow your eyes.
okay, so if you look well ahead, your hands should follow your eyes, and therefore
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right, Tony. Okay, let's remember that.
Alright, so if I look well ahead. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So right now you need to come back at me now and find out what my understanding is. So, what's my position for normal driving?
Okay, Tony. So what's your position for normal driving, Tony?
Oh, either the middle of my lane or about a metre from the curb, isn't it?
Okay, and how would you
How am I judging that?
judge that, Tony?
Now we're going to turn left.
Turn left.
Oh, I'm looking well ahead like you told me to, and,
Yep.
I'm finding that's helping me.
Excellent. And what are the consequences of
Well done.
you driving too far to the right, Tony?
Oh, if I meet a vehicle that's coming the opposite way and he's a bit too far to the right, then we could actually end up hitting each other, couldn't we?
Excellent. Okay, Tony, I believe you've got a good enough understanding of the subject, but
So I'll leave it to you.
I'll leave it to you, Tony,
I'll
but
keep
I
an eye
will
on
keep
it.
a close eye on
That's
it.
good, well done.
Okay.
Right, so there's a couple of others that I could have pushed you on there.
Yeah.
Because there's probably about 4 ways of doing that. The other way is if I look in the right-hand door mirror
Yep.
and the left-hand door mirror,
that was it.
I want to be
Yeah.
in equal distance from the
Yeah.
curb and the white line.
Would I rather
Yeah.
use that than looking straight ahead? Does it not?
Whatever ones you use, doesn't matter, yeah?
Okay. So it's not like that one's a better one than
No,
that one?
he might push you on all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
If he takes you all the way down and doesn't accept any of them, then he's looking for a reference point, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
And the reference point, then you'd have to suggest that we're going to find a quiet road where we can pull up without inconvenience of the road users.
Yep.
And we'll set up a reference point. We're going to turn left here.
Turn left here.
And he'll probably say to you at that point, because this is going to be nearly the end of your exam and you're going to be near the test centre, he's probably going to say to you at that point, okay, I've got it now, yeah?
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
And then you go through what's your position for normal driving?
Okay, so
Yeah?
Yep, that's fine.
And how are you judging it? And what's the consequences, yeah?
Yep.
Right, so you've handed that back to me now, so...
Okay.
Just want to try and keep your leg a little bit to the right, because
yeah, I'm worried that I might press that.
No, you...
Yeah, I'll just...
You can actually put your feet underneath them pedals, they don't move when I move mine.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Now we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left at the next road. So. Speed, hesitancy. Okay. When would be a good time to signal to turn left, Tony?
Now turning left. Oh, no, on the signal. No problem. Is that part of the subject we're covering today?
No. Just thought I'd chuck that in.
You can do, and he probably will play along with you, yeah?
Yeah, and that would be the end of the test.
No, it wouldn't be the end of the test, but you're making a lot of work for yourself, isn't it?
Right, speed, hesitancy.
Progress, hesitancy, and all that thing, yeah?
Okay. Right, so what's the speed on this road, Tony?
Oh, 30.
Okay. And how would you judge what sort of speed is suitable for the road?
Well, I'm doing about 22, 23. Now we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left, Tony. Okay, what would be the consequences of going too fast on this road, Tony?
Well, I couldn't really see very much down the road there. But I suppose if it had been a bit straighter, I could have done 30, couldn't I? And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left, Tony. Okay. Consequences for going too fast on the road, Tony?
Well, was I going too fast?
But consequences for going too fast for the... Well, you're not going too fast, are you? So consequences...
I wasn't actually playing around with the speed there, was I?
No. So why did I start talking about it?
I don't know.
Okay. So what... Okay,
Just sit back and breathe.
Yeah, so I'm struggling again. So
okay, so I'm still in roll at the moment, so you just watch how I'm driving, yeah?
Okay.
Is this how you drive?
No. Okay, Tony, so what... Let's get it up to...
Now, what's the speed limit for this road?
Okay, what's the speed limit for this road, Tony?
Oh, 30.
Okay.
Right, come on, Tony, get your speed up a bit.
Okay, Tony, get your speed up a bit.
Right, so up to about 25, yeah?
Okay. Right, so I wouldn't... Okay, so I wouldn't... I'll get you to get the speed up and then ask you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my fault there. I actually said it.
No, it's alright, I was just... because.
Right, so...
Okay, so...
Right, so,
okay.
I'm driving too slow now, yeah?
Okay, right, okay, Tony, let's get the speed up to 50.
By that next tree there,
By that next tree, you want to be at least 50 miles an hour. Okay, Tony, what's the speed limit on this road?
Oh, it's national 60.
Okay. What speed were you doing, Tony?
About 25, wasn't it?
Okay. And what are the consequences of going too slow on this road?
No, I just like to save fuel and help the economy and all that.
Okay. Well, actually, Tony, shouldn't really do that. One of the consequences for going too slow on this type of road is you're going to potentially frustrate drivers behind who are potentially going to overtake you and actually hit an oncoming vehicle because of your slow driving. For the type of road it is and the speed that you should be doing.
Surely they should overtake me safely, shouldn't they?
Well, yeah, but if you carry on doing a slow speed for too long, they will be desperate to overtake you, and they might actually make a driver error and overtake you at a bend.
Right.
I think.
Yeah. So right now, come back at me now.
Okay, Tony. So, what's the speed on this road?
30.
Okay. It'd help if I knew. Okay. And what speed are you doing at the moment? Tony?
30.
Okay. And why is that a good speed on this road, Tony?
Well, it's safe to do 30 here because I can see well ahead there's no parked vehicles.
Okay. And the consequences for going
Too slow?
too slow, Tony?
Oh, I might force that van behind me to overtake me before this bend and he might hit that white car.
Excellent. Okay, Tony, that's good. That would be it then, yeah? Okay, Tony, I'm going to leave that.
Right, so you're happy I've got...
I'm happy that you've got that, Tony, but I will keep a close eye on it.
Right.
Okay. Speed, hesitancy, okay. Should know what's coming next then. Okay.
Now at the roundabout we're going to be turning left.
The roundabout, Tony, we're going to be turning left. Okay, Tony. Okay. Okay. What kind of junction was that?
Oh, roundabout.
Yeah, was that... right, okay. So, we're now on... Okay, Tony.
And at the roundabout we're going to turn right.
Okay, Tony, we're going to turn right at the roundabout.
Well, if you don't sure ask me, what did
Yeah.
I do wrong in approaching?
Side off. Okay, Tony.
Now, what did I do wrong in approach? Out wrong.
Took too long to go.
I came up and I didn't look to the right until I got to the white line after
Yeah.
I'd stopped, yeah?
Yeah.
What could I have done better?
Observation and judgment.
I could have looked earlier, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Obviously, if I don't look till I get to the giveaway line,
Yeah.
I am going to stop, am I?
Yeah.
I probably could have rolled through there in second gear, couldn't I?
Yeah.
If I'd have looked a bit earlier, yeah?
So how would I have started that initial, obviously, what would I have said first, Tony? What?
So where should I have looked and approached that roundabout?
Yeah, okay. So it's the observation. Okay. So,
So
where
I-
should you have looked at the approach for that roundabout?
I'm not too
then?
sure.
Okay. Obviously you'd look to your right because it's give way to the right on roundabouts. When did you look to the right, Tony?
No, I think I looked when I got to the giveaway line.
Okay. What would be a good time to look to the right, Tony, at that roundabout?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
Okay. A good time to look towards the right, Tony, would be before you approach the roundabout.
Now we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right. The reason for that, Tony, is because by looking to the right early, you'll be able to get an idea of if it's clear or not before you even have to stop, and therefore you could have potentially gone through without stopping
Ah, right.
and
So
causing the drivers behind you to stop for no apparent reason if it's clear.
yeah, but they're in no hurry, are they?
No.
Are they?
No, but it's still probably better that you
What's the driver behind going to do if I keep stopping at bloody roundabouts when I shouldn't do?
yeah, so the consequences, Tony, would be the driver behind you would probably try and overtake you at one of the roundabouts with just because of frustration and potentially not look to the right himself.
Some
Or
people are so impatient, aren't they?
yeah,
And we're going to turn left.
we're going to turn left, Tony. Okay, Tony,
And we're going to turn right.
we're going to turn right.
So on approaching these roundabouts, then I only need to look to the right.
No. Not really. And yes, you need to look. But then mirrors wouldn't come into it, would they? No, okay.
What else is going to help me at roundabouts? I'm out of roll now, yeah?
Okay. what else is going to help you at roundabouts. Mirrors. I'm trying to keep mirrors away from it. So judging the speed behind the car.
Let me stop on the left here.
Okay. Stop on the left here, Tony.
Right. So what else is going to help me at a roundabout to make progress onto that roundabout and get the car down the road?
What's going to help you would be...
Let's say it was a very busy roundabout.
Yep.
Let's say I got loads of cars coming from my right.
Yep.
Am I going to get any help from anywhere else?
Yeah. You'd look to the left as well.
Yeah, ahead and
because
to the left, yeah?
If you see a car coming from the left that's going to turn right, it gives you an opportunity to potentially go.
What do we call that car then?
Blessing in disguise? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we call that car a blocker.
A blocker, right.
It may well block the traffic from my right, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's important that you don't give me a blanket instruction and say, just look to the right and approach, yeah?
Yep.
Look everywhere, yeah?
Okay.
Because don't forget, the situation didn't arise there where I could have used a blocker. But by giving that blanket instruction, then it's probably going to come back and bite you in the backside later on.
Yeah.
When he comes to a slightly busy roundabout.
It just goes...
And he looks to the right and then stops dead.
Yeah.
Oh, you told me to look to the right, which you did, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah?
Okay. And then the blocker wouldn't come into it.
Yeah.
You haven't talked
Right,
about
so
it.
carry on from there.
Okay.
And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left, Tony.
You're doing well. You're doing well. Look, you're doing better at this than you did with the run of the country when you brought us into recession because of your bad banking, yeah?
Yeah. Cheers. Once again, we'll be editing that.
It was all your fault, wasn't it? I believe.
Yeah. Me single-handedly.
Yeah.
Tony, can I? Is now a good time to quickly ask?
Fine.
How would I know if he's gonna? Would it be in that particular order? Speed, hesitancy.
No.
It's not.
No.
So could he go between? Say he'd do speed and then maybe.
Right,
would
just
he?
hang on for a second because I'm coming to a junction here now.
Okay.
Now we're going to turn left.
Okay, we're going to turn left, Tony. Tony, first gear, look to the right and move off.
Oh, I did get first gear.
Okay.
Did I get first gear too late or something?
Yeah. It took you too long.
No, turning left. I could really play it around with you there because you weren't watching me, you were watching the emerge, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, so what we saying about first gear?
What were we saying? First gear. What it took? Did it take? You were in third, and then it took you a while to.
Yeah. So when did I get first gear?
Okay. So when did you get first gear?
No, this is me out of roll asking you.
Okay.
Yeah. When did I get first gear?
After you'd completely stopped, and.
And when should I have got first gear?
As you were approaching.
So it's called a rolling first gear.
Rolling first gear. Yep. Okay.
So obviously on the next emerge now you'll talk me through that, yeah?
Yeah.
Now we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left. Okay.
Yeah, so what's this thing about this rolling first gear? What's the...
Are we in roll?
Yeah.
Okay. So what gear did you approach that
Oh, third.
roundabout? Okay. And why did you approach it in third, Tony?
Oh, because I knew I'd get first gear when I stopped, didn't I? Now we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left. Okay. When would... So do I now need to explain about rolling first gear? Would I think that he should...
Well, yeah, but I mean, I should know, but I mean, I made an error, haven't I?
Yeah. So I need to explain about the...
Yeah, you need to fill in the gaps in my knowledge, yeah?
Okay. So what would have been a good gear to approach that junction?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
Okay. what would normally be a good idea, Tony, is approaching the junction in first gear. So just as we're approaching the junction, we do what's called a rolling first gear, which is you roll up to the junction. From obviously you change from third to what you were in to first gear.
Now maybe you can help me here. We're going to turn here. So
okay, we're going to turn
left.
left here, Tony. So now would be a good time to get into first gear.
Is it about a car's length away or something?
Yeah, it is.
So about now, is it?
Yeah, about now would be even better. And just look to the right, Tony, and if it's safe to go, you can emerge.
I know where to look. Yeah, so what's the advantage of that first gear? Rolling first gear?
The advantage of the rolling first gear, Tony, is that you would obviously not need to stop at that type of junction because it was an open junction.
Oh, I remember now. My instructor used to say in the early stages, I'm prepared to stop but ready to go. Is that it? Something like that?
That was it, yeah. So the rule of... and we're going to turn left. And we're going to turn left. Yeah, so the rule of prepared to stop and ready to go would come into it, where you would... you're sort of preparing to stop, but at the same time, if you don't need to, you'd be ready to go.
All right. So coming up the junctions, I always roll in the first gear.
Not necessarily.
All right.
Not necessarily. But
I hope you're going to carry on with that explanation.
I would.
Go on then, carry on. Obviously, you're on the right road.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily. You'd judge each junction by you'd assess what type of junction it is.
Am I going to turn left?
If it's a closed junction.